Tonight, I want just to take us an overview of C programming and what we just need to know on it, as in is important for us to have the basic understanding of what we are about to venture into. Uh, so, by God's grace, tonight I'll just give us a brief introduction to C, and then we'll try to run a particular code, like running hello world C, hello world on C. So first and foremost, please bear in mind that we are just entering into the programming aspect of this course. We are just entering into the programming aspect of this course, and it will be required of us that we we get ourselves prepared for this work. We get ourselves prepared for this work. So please, let's make ourselves ready. Let's make ourselves prepared, as this course is going to, by God's grace, I'm trusting God that at the end of everything, we will all see ourselves at the end of the road and we will rejoice together. So in a nutshell, what is C as its core? What is C? Please, C uh, is a general purpose programming language and is developed in 1972 and is still quite popular actually. So C is very powerful. It has been used to develop operating system. Please, Trisha, can you off your mic? Uh, it has been used to develop operating systems and database and applications and many more and many more. So C is one of the great programming language that a software developer must actually learn about. It's one of the great programming language that we must learn about. So moving into, please, if you have any question, we can just drop it in the chat section. Then I will go over them as we proceed. What for the purpose of this course, we'll be using Ubuntu 20.04, and that we are going to be running. I'm going to be running it on my local machine. I've already set up my machine for that. So for anybody that needs one way or the other, that need a better explanation on how to set his system up for to run C, because we are not using any IDE. We are actually using uh, command line to do everything we are doing in this course. It's only when we get to the specializations aspect of this work that we are permitted to be using any programming, IDE that we want. But for now, we are not permitted. We are only permitted to use command line. So let's jump to the work. Let me share my screen. sharing my screen. I hope we can see my screen. I hope my screen is seeable. Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what you projected, but I can only see. I can't see your screen. Just seeing your profile picture, kind of. Are you projecting the screen already?
Yeah, I'm projecting a screen. Can you see my screen
So what
now?
are you projecting? What are
I'm
you,
projecting my terminal. I only share my terminal screen.
okay, I can't see that too. I don't know if others can see.
I can
Please,
see the screen.
okay, you can see the screen.
Yes.
Let me stop it then so that I will share it. Yeah. So I'm going to reshare my screen now. So if you can see the screen, just confirm from your end.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's up now.
Okay. Now let's go to the work. Now I created a folder on my desktop. Let me just go back to my home. Let me just exit this. Yeah. Now, the first thing first I do is that I I want to. This is my command prompt, the window command prompt. So I'll be logging into my bash now using bash command. I'll be logging into my bash using bash command. So it will log me in into my bash. Let's just wait for it. It will log me into my bash so that I can do other things I want to do. Now I'm in my bash. I can clear my screen now. Now, I hope we can see what is going on there.
Sorry, this bash that you moved into, is that the same like the same we use for the Git whatever?
I'm actually not using a Git bash. I'm not using Git bash. I
Okay,
install Ubuntu 20.04
okay,
via
okay,
WSL, Windows subsystem for Linux. I install it
okay,
through WSL. So that's what I'm running on.
okay.
Okay. Because that's the only the git bash did not allow me to run a binary compiled C program. So that's why I'm using this. It's only on Ubuntu that I can run a binary C work. So if I want to be running C on my Windows, I need to install the compiler mingg w.
Mm,
Although I have it set up already, I have my code blocks here and I'm running on my code block. But ever since we started this class, I've switched to command line. So that's why I'm using this Ubuntu. Are we clear on
okay.
that? Okay.
Sorry, hold on, not clear.
Okay.
Because my command prompt is open now, so
Okay.
I just type that bash. It doesn't
Ah,
take me to the bash. It just says my Windows subsystem for Linux has no installed distribution.
yes. Because you have not have you installed your Windows uh subsystem of subsystem line your WSL before?
WSL, no.
Okay. I'll be dropping a video on on the group,
Hmm.
so you can use that to navigate and install it.
Okay. Do we need that for the project on this program, or it's just to help?
For me, I will prefer using this so far. I can still use this interface I'm using now. I can use it to push
Mm,
my work to Git, to do any other thing I can do as I'm doing on my sandbox.
okay, nice.
So,
There's a link here. I'll just follow that link and see if I
okay,
can install
okay,
AWS. I'll just get it from their store. Thanks, bro.
okay. I'm
Right.
coming, please. Okay. Now, let's just go ahead and start something. I've already created. Can we let me navigate to my I'll be navigating to my desktop now where I want to work. I'll be navigating to my desktop now. So I'm going into my desktop. Then I will create a folder in my desktop. Okay, let me navigate into the folder I've been using before. ALX 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 XXC course file. Then I want to create a directory inside that is a folder. I will call it C tutorial. ls. Okay, I can clear now. Let me clear my screen. Now cd c tutorial. Now I'm inside my cd's c tutorial now. So now the first thing first is to we want to write our program hello world and we want to run it. We want to write program hello world and run it. The next thing we need to do is we can use our vi, that is vi to create that file, but let me use touch hello world hello underscore world dot c. It has been created. If I ls now, you will see it's there already. Hello underscore world dot c. Now vi, I want to write into it, but I prefer using my vi editor. Vi hello underscore world dot c. My vi, my vim should open up for me now. Are we seeing what I'm doing here, please? Are we seeing what I'm doing here, please?
Yeah, go on.
Okay.
Yes, we can see your
I'm
screen.
seeing you.
Okay. Now, to write C program, there is something we need to firstly do as our first line. In our first line, there is something we call, we need to include the standard library that will permit us to, without that standard library, our program will not actually run. we have an error. Are we getting it now? So I will be including that now. Just say hash include stdio.h, the standard input output library. Now the next line is to start our program. Int main, then curly bracket. Now what you want to write, what you want to display is hello world. Print f. Print f is a command to display, to write to the screen. Print f hello world word. Okay, let me give it a new line. Hello world. At every end of every program, we need to put it a semicolon to end the program. We done 0. Then my curly braces. Now, this that we just wrote now, we have successfully write our hello world. Now, what is next is how to compile and C program and then get it run. How to compile it and get it run. So let's just follow the step one after the other. Then somebody is trying to join. Did anybody have that ask any question there? Have any question there now before I proceed? Now, the next thing we need to do is to
Yeah.
say,
So
okay, ask your question, please.
I don't, this int main,
Yeah.
what does it do? And why do
What?
we have to put this include
Okay.
studio? Sorry,
Okay.
I may not have heard when you said it, yeah, but
Okay. Int main, it's what initialize our program. That's where our program started. Of every
okay,
C programming, after the include and all the like that we do on the that I wrote of include stdio, the next thing that we need to do is to initialize our program by saying int main. That is, we are starting the program afresh. That's where our compiler will start to run the program.
okay,
Do we get that?
okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. How about the include stdio?
Okay, include stdio is a standard library that we need. Part of the things we need to import as a library of C. This include IO permit us to uh, it permits us to accept inputs from users from the keyboard. So without that, we'll not be able to accept any input from the user. Are we getting it?
Okay,
So if
yeah,
if
yeah,
if actually want to accept any input from the user, we need that include.io. There are other libraries. As time goes on in this program,
yeah,
as time goes on in this program, we'll be seeing those libraries. We'll be using them alongside.
yeah. Because what I'm seeing on my own this thing is quite different. Although maybe because just like you said, I didn't know we might not need code blocks. I was just reading online and I had to download code blocks. What I'm seeing is quite different from that. I have include but not stdio. So I thought maybe it's going to be doing something different.
No.
But just like you said, maybe it's a different library, I think.
Yeah. What is there on your screen? STD what?
The one that The one I saw is IO stream.
IO stream. That are you not running C plus plus?
Huh?
Because in C plus plus, that's where we use
Yeah, I think.
C plus plus use IO
Oh,
stream.
okay. Because even my main,
Yeah,
the main, the you know that source file when you open your code blocks
yeah,
supposed to be main.c. I'm seeing main.cpp, so I think
yeah.
it's maybe
That's
C++.
that's C plus plus.
Annoying. How do I change it? Uh,
Okay, when you open your code blocks, just create a file and choose
okay.
C.
C. Okay,
Yeah,
that's okay. All right.
can you see C there?
Yeah. Yeah, oh, I'll do that. Don't let me take you outside the scope of the class. I'll just check on my own. At least I know what the
Oh, okay.
difference means now. Thanks.
Okay. Now let's exit this and run our
Another
code.
question.
Okay, okay.
Please, can you record this session because one won't just be able to learn just by watching you do the coding. We can just record the session, then we can go back to it and practice with it on our own after the training.
No wahala. No wahala.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Okay. Let's just save this now and go ahead to run. Now, the next thing we need to do is to compile our code. And how do we go about that? Now, remember, we are using Linux and we are going to compile into binary. We are going to compile into binary. Now, let's just say gcc o hello underscore word hello underscore word dot c. Okay, now my program has compiled. My program has compiled. Let's check. It should create. If you check when I do ls, you see hello world and you see hello world dot c. Am I right?
Yep. Yep.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
is this now we want to run our code? Is the hello world that we are going to use to run? We are just going to say dot, that is period, forward slash hello underscore world. And if I click, you see my hello world has come out. This is the most simplest part of how to run our code on Linux. Are we getting that? No. Let's modify this code and put some other things there. Let's modify this code by putting other things. Let's just write like 3 lines of code there. Now let's open it again. vi hello world dot c. Now I want to put more things inside. I want to include many things in this after this printf. Then printf my name is Noah. Abayomi. Printf um is software engineering student at ALX. Now let's go and rerun this code. Let's just save and go and we compile again. Just say GCC hello world hello underscore world dot c. Now dot v hello underscore world. So you can modify this code as long as you want it. As long as you want it. As long as you want it. It's as simple as that. And then I will send a link to us now on the same group, on our group. Just check that you can learn on your own. You can learn C on your own by using that www.w3schools.com forward slash C forward slash. We can check that we can check this place now, this portal. I'll send it.
Sorry, now,
Yeah.
does the information on this website you sent, does it cover this? Does it show how to write C programs on the command line as well?
No.
No,
This
okay.
this one the W3 school I sent here is
Hmm.
just showing you how you can write your C program. So if you know how to maneuver your C program, just know how to open your file in command line, then you can play around with their codes. You can play
Hmm.
around with their codes.
Okay. Just let me take you back a little again.
Okay.
Sorry,
No wahala, no
just
wahala.
slightly distracted.
No wahala.
So this GCC minus O, what
Why?
does it do again? And then why do we have to write the hello world? Okay, I have hello world and then hello world dot C.
See.
Why do we have to repeat
Now,
write that hello world first before hello world dot
okay.
C?
If I want to uh if I want to compile, this GCC is a compiler that we're using to compile our C into binary. We can actually use it to compile into exe, that is an executable file for Windows. Had it been I'm running on Windows, I can use it as well. You discover any code you write in C++, before it run, it converts it to any file that is finding.exe. Is that exe that is running. Now this hello world I typed there is the binary file. Let me share my, I don't know how I can show you my the folder I'm writing into. If I show you the
So
folder,
you have to create that binary folder separately.
no, it will compile the program. The moment I use this GCC dash o hello world and then space hello world or C, what I'm telling the compiler is that okay, compile this program for me and compile it into binary. So this hello world is going to convert it to a binary file, and if you check your folder where it compiled, it will turn into a file folder that is only on binary that you can run it. You can't run it elsewhere. Enemy is .exe. I can actually click on that .exe and it will run on its own.
Okay. 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 So, just to be clarified, that
Okay.
the first hello world and they have hello world C are basically telling the compiler that this C document hello world
Yeah.
dot C
Yeah.
should be compiled into this hello world folder, right? Is that
Yes.
what you're saying?
It will be
Okay, so that
compiled
means
into
this first
hello world file.
okay, hello world file. So
Yeah,
that
it's not.
means this first hello world you wrote, I can decide to use any name there and say, okay, compile it into this particular name, not hello world.
Yes.
Okay,
Let's try that. Can we try that now?
sure.
GCC hello hello world. It has compiled. If I run it now, dot hello, still give me the same thing.
Nice.
Do we get it now? I can compile it into any file name I want. I can say I can recompile to GCC, then hello binary, then hello world dot c, then to run dot hello binary. Do we get that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Mr. Alua,
Yeah.
please, I have a question. Oh.
Go
After
ahead.
this, or are you through with this explanation?
Go ahead with your question.
Okay. Please, what does this GCC mean? And
Okay.
how do we use it? What is it used for? What are the functions?
GCC, you can check Google. It will tell you the full meaning actually, but me, I don't know the full meaning. I just know it's a compiler that we use in compiling our C program. Do we get it now? GCC is a GNU compiler collection. It includes front-end and end for C, C++, Objective, and D. Let's check the documentation. I will send a link on this place now, so you can check much more on GCC. Let me copy the link and send to us.
Okay. So what do we use it for? Like, what command does it work for? Or what is the command? Is
Okay.
it something that we use maybe for calculation or what?
No, we use GCC. GCC is a compiler, so we use it to compile our program, and after compiling our program, we send it. I mean, we use it to compile our program so that we can be able to run our code. Now,
Okay.
let's assume I'm running this. I want to write this C, and I'm using GUI, that is graphics user interface, that is my IDE like code blocks, Visual Studio Code. Now, I don't need to, all I need to do is to make sure I install the plugin of a GCC compiler on my code blocks that will permit me to run my C program. So if I'm using if I'm using code blocks, okay, I will let me close this let me close this in it. Let me open our let me open the code blocks for us. I'll be opening code blocks for us now. Oh, sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be opening my code blocks. So when it's open, I will stop this screen and I will share it. Oh, take care.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then please, there is a C, uh, what they call it? There is a C document that was forwarded to us prior before the time of before the onboarding section. There's this PDF file that was sent to us. Please let's make sure we lay hands on those uh material. They are very, very educative. Please. Okay. Oh. I'm complete. I'm still waiting for my code blocks to run. I mean to load. Elizabeth, what's in the sub now? Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀?
Sorry, did someone mention my name?
Yeah, I said what's going on? Your cough is becoming that cough is becoming much.
Oh, I'm just good.
Oh, okay.
I think it's good. I think
Oh,
it's the weather.
oh, okay. Now let me stop this and share my code blocks. I'll be sharing the code blocks now. Now this is my code blocks terminal now. I'll just click create new project. Create new project. Then I'll click on console application. Console application, then I'll say go. I click on my C, that is I want to write C program. Then I give it a name, hello.cbp. Then I will next it, then finish. Now if you check this, it has already bring my hello world program for me. So I have stdio, I have std library and the standard library. Then let me just uh build and run. Let me see if I've okay, you see. Okay, my program has run. I don't know whether we see it over there.
No, you didn't share the entire screen. It's just the
Okay, I
windows
didn't
that
share
you
the
share.
entire. Let me share my entire screen then. Ah, Jesus, this thing with a block everywhere now. Now, can we see now? I think I can see how
Yeah.
my C my code block run my C. So if I just want to, I just say now let me run it again so that for the benefit of doubt, I just click on build and run. It will pop up hello world. So anything I do here, if I go to the folder where this program is, I will see something like hello world hello.exe hello.exe. Let me go back to that folder where I have this. This is the hello. Now, if I come to my bin debug, this my hello.exe. If I double click on it, it will run on its own. Because I did not permit it to hold. If I tell you to hold my program, there is a way you can write a code that will hold this program for you so that it will not just disappear when it comes up. But that's what I actually want to explain. Now, if you check the one I wrote here, the one we compile on our that we compiled before, we have I have my hello file. I don't know whether we can see there. I have my hello world file, that is all of this is in binary. Now let me open one of these files. You will see how it look like if we open it. Let me open one of these files. Hmm. Let me open with notepad. You will see what it bring out for me.
Mm-hmm.
Does it have any meaning to us?
Nah.
This is what this is what is giving us our hello world. My name is Noah Bayomi. I'm a software engineering student. Now, which woman being can read this one? No, because it has been compiled and that's all. If I run this, if I open this with my code blocks, I mean VS code, we'll be seeing it like that. We're seeing it now. I'm trying to open the one we write in with my VS code. Now, these are code that we wrote using VI. So I try to open it with VS code. So we see what it look like. It's still loading it here. It will turn everything to its color very soon. I see that the color is changing already. Did anybody have any question more? Any questions? So if you are writing it in VS Code, this is what we will see. This is what we're gonna see. Is how it look like in VS Code. Let me just close it. I don't need VS Code.
Sorry, is the VS Code also an IDE?
Yes. No, it's a text editor.
Okay.
It's a text editor. Like Sublime Text, Atom, and what there is this other one that I used to use then. I use Atom, I use Sublime Text, and I use VS Code. There is other one too, but I remember the name. But I'm not that conversant with that one. Sha. I use it once in a while. So
Okay.
Hello.
hello.
Yeah. Um. Well, I say I kind of maybe joined late or something. I don't know, but
Okay.
the VS Code you're talking about, that's a Visual Basic, right?
Visual Studio Code.
Okay. Yes. So we can use it to run this C, right?
Yeah, you can use your Visual Studio Code to write your C program. But for this course, we are only permitted to use VI or Vim or Emacs.
Okay.
So
But we are supposed to download some things to be able to use this on our systems, right? Our Windows system.
which of which one?
Like to run this C without using, we at first we're using getting a sandbox
Yeah.
about bash and all that. We have command prompt.
Yeah.
So am I supposed to install something different from all those for me to be able to run this C?
Okay. For this one, like the one I'm using here, I'm using my Windows command prompt, but I've installed my WSL, that is Windows Subsystem Linux for Linux. I installed it, and then that's what I'm using on my PC. So I'm running in Linux. I'm running Ubuntu 20.04 on my PC via WSL. But we
Okay.
can do the same on our PC.
Is there a link to use and install it?
I sent something to the group, to our WhatsApp group. Just check that video.
Okay.
Just check that video.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone is asking.
Okay. I'm with you.
Yeah, someone is asking if this stuff can be run on the mobile, that mobile Tamox app.
Okay, on Tamox bar.
Yeah.
Ah, I've not tried before. Maybe I will try tonight. I will give an answer to that later. I've not tried Tamox. I've not used Tamox to run. I too am using Tamox, but I've not used Tamox to run C program before. I hope I'm kind of sudo ppt install gcc. Let's see. not sure you can use your Termux. But let me make a I will make research on that. I will get back to us. Yes.
Yeah, what?
Okay, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you used another different stuff to open your, apart from Notepad. What was that? Visual Studio, right? That was
Yeah,
another
Visual Studio
app
Code.
you used to
Yeah,
read.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Is there any
Uh,
other one apart from,
yeah, I have
because
my
I don't have a Visual Studio, so I just tried to do my, to check which app is available on my system to read a, a C file, but just the Notepad that I'm seeing.
okay. I installed I still have Sublime Text. I'm using Sublime
Okay.
Text, I'm using Atom.
Okay.
Uh
So apparently, what I just wanted to find out from what you just said now, any other file that, sorry, any other app that we're going to need to read it, we'll have to install it ourselves. By default, it's only Notepad.
yes,
Right.
not it's only Notepad that come with your laptop.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I can actually use this. That's great. So any other questions, please?